Let's just start really broadly. What's the purpose of education?
Critical thinking, learn how to live out your full potential so you can be independent, and everything else really flows from there. School choice gives people an exit ramp. You get to send your kid to a school that best fits what you think is best for their development. At the end of the day, it's kitchen table conversations about, we've worked hard to raise a family. We want to spend our money in a way that best fits our child, best fits our family. And when you don't have school choice, you do make those trade-offs. There are real consequences there. There is no reason that kids of a certain age, right, because it's different teaching to a 6-year-old and teaching to a 17-year-old or in college, shouldn't learn about the history of slavery, the history of redlining, the history of Italians being lynched in this country, et cetera, looking at the facts and looking at some of the horrible things that have happened so we can learn from it. That is a totally different conversation than when you've got instances like in Cupertino, California, where you have 7- and 8-year-olds who are being sat down and said, okay, time to do a privilege exercise.
That's what happened in
Let's write out, where you are on the power prism. Because that can create situations where students have warped views of themselves, especially if they're young. And I don't think it's appropriate because of the emotional impact it can have on folks. The number one policy thing that I come back to that we must do to improve K-12 education is to put in school choice at a universal level. It's far too overdue. It will incentivize the public schools to fix a lot of the problems that they have. It'll put the power back into the parent to get their child an education that best meets their needs. And I do think that if we're going to build the best generation of young people, that we should start with teaching them tolerance, kindness, and active listening. Critical theory should not replace critical thinking.